this is amazing. I don't know why I've never reviewed it. I must have forgot. I get this. This is crazy because I get this like all the time. I love Thai food. One thing that I don't like about Thai food is I do not like fish sauce or oyster sauce or anything from the ocean, and this does not have it. And that, I mean, if you do, that's great, but I don't like it. Here's the ingredients. It has really wholesome ingredients. The vegetables: cauliflower, bell peppers, roasted sweet potatoes, scallions, coconut cream. This is non-dairy, which, you know, most Asian food, Chinese, Thai, they don't really have a lot of dairy in them anyway. Thai food uses more coconut milk or cream for their milk instead of, you know, us Americans use mostly cow's milk. So it's non-dairy, but it's coconut cream, brown sugar, red curry paste, chili peppers, lemongrass, garlic, gongala, ginger, red chili peppers. It's not that spicy at all, which I do like spicy, and I'll get to that here in a minute. Wait till you... Okay, so you're in for a treat. Brown sugar, ground kaffir, lime leaves, spices, kaffir, lime, oil, soy sauce, chicken broth, cornstarch, natural flavors, lemongrass puree, distilled vinegar, rice wine vinegar, chicken breast, olive oil, brown sugar, sea salt, natural flavors. So, I mean, you have like really good quality ingredients. Brown sugar instead of white sugar. You got lots of coconut cream. This is like really creamy. It doesn't taste watery or anything. The red curry paste is not made with any fish or oyster sauce, which I don't like. The lemongrass and the kaffir lime, like this is so, like it, when you make this, it makes your whole house smell like a Thai restaurant. And like I said, like I love Thai food, but I normally, you know, open it up and stir it up and put it back in the microwave a little bit, but I want to let you see what it looks like before you stir it. So, yeah, you're in for a treat. Well, I'm in for a treat because I'm eating it, and I got a surprise here too. Sure do, because I have some recommendations with this. So I have never put lime over the top. I keep forgetting every time I get it, but somewhere it says our chefs recommend a squeeze of lime. But I'm gonna tell you what I put on it here in a minute. But now the sauce does tend to stick to the bottom. I think there's like biodegradable bowls, and I should have stirred it. I kind of let it set to cool off a little bit. I don't recommend doing that. I recommend stirring it right away because the sauce kind of like sticks to the bottom. It's like a very porous bowl. I don't know if you can see. But this is just amazing. I love the texture of this. Like, yes, you get a lot of rice. Sometimes you don't. The sweet potatoes are just amazing. Like, they're fire roasted. I don't know if you can see the fire roasted marks, but this never gets old. I eat this all the time. And it has a sweetness, but it's not too sweet. And it smells so like aromatic. That's the word. I know the word, it just took a while for it to come to me. And they're not skimpy on the sauce. It's really creamy. Has a lot of flavor. If you're into aromatics. And that's another thing, like this frozen meal, it reminds me, I've never been to Thailand, but I'm thinking like if I ever went to Thailand and they had like frozen meals in Thailand, this would be close to what you would get. Of course, they would probably add fish sauce, which I don't like. You do got to stir it up because here's a chicken piece. It's dry. It doesn't have the sauce. And I can't stress enough to stir it right away. Put it back in the microwave because the sauce is on the bottom and it will start soaking into this very porous bowl, which is, I guess it's just, I don't know. You can tell it's like fuzzy, biodegradable. But I told you I have a surprise for you, but I'm not just going to need doctoring up, but I doctor it up my special way. Now, there is another frozen meal that I like that tastes really good like Thai food, and I'll leave it in the link description below. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. That's one of the surprises. Okay. And I love red bell peppers. Like, the addition of the red bell peppers just... It's like, this TV dinner is like... You know how frozen meals, like... They just need to bring it to an extra level. And it's kind of like there. I like this TV dinner because... A frozen meal is because it's like... They hit everything. Like, they just... It's aromatic. You can... The kaffir lime leaves... The lemongrass, which I freaking love lemongrass. I like the addition of the cauliflower. I give it some texture, so it's not so mushy with the rice. It's just so on point. And so I told you I have a surprise. One of the surprises is on the link below the video. I'll leave another frozen meal if you're into Thai food. That's really good, that I recommend. And I'll leave that link in the description below the video. But, and I have my notes here, so... Okay, so it recommends lime juice on the top if you want that extra level. I've never done that, and I should do that, and the next time I will, because I keep forgetting. But what I do is I add, right here, I have an arrow garden, and I grow basil and Thai basil, and mint. My mint doesn't do too good. But I grow Thai basil, and then I also have green onions. And I put that on top of the meal. I put a lot of green onions. I know a lot of people aren't into onions, but I love onions. And then I normally chiffonade basil, but sometimes I like chunks. It just depends on what mood I'm in. But this is Thai basil. I don't recommend, don't put regular basil in here. Please don't do that. You gotta use Thai basil. Okay, I mean, that's just how it goes. You could also add, I know it sounds crazy, but you could also add cilantro. So you got Thai basil, green onion, lime juice, which I've never added, which it recommends, and cilantro. Now, if you really are into to some adventurous, you could put cilantro and mint. I know it's a little bit adventurous for some of y'all, but you know what? Mint and cilantro go good with Thai food. And what's that other cuisine? Vietnamese. Oh, speaking of Vietnamese and Thai food, I love spring rolls. The ones that are not cooked. Summer rolls, I'm sorry. I love summer rolls with the rice paper. It's clear. And you wet it in water and then you put veggies in it. But most people put shrimp, and I don't eat seafood, so I don't like that. But see right there, it just, yeah, it definitely, next time I make this, I'm going to definitely get some limes. Because I can just, think in my mind how this would be even better. You don't need the herbs. This TV dinner is a 10 out of 10. I should have told you at the beginning. On my score, this TV dinner is a 10 out of 10. I get it all the time. But if I added some citrus of lime to this, that would cut through those herbs, but still have it harmonious going on, But, like I said, I live in the link description below the video of another frozen meal that's really good, like Thai food. Thai inspired, whatever. The sweet potato. Sometimes you don't get that much sweet potatoes. They give me enough. Sometimes you don't get a lot of red bell peppers. Sometimes you get a lot. I personally think it would be better with more red bell peppers, less rice, and more sweet potatoes. But this never gets old. The first time I got it, I was like, cauliflower. I'm not crazy about that. But it adds like a really good texture. I wish I had some lime right now. It's not too spicy. I would say the spice level is like a 2. And I love spice. Oh, I could put just a little bit of cayenne pepper. Just a little bit though. Some fresh black pepper. A little bit of cilantro, a little bit of mint, and some lime. I love herbs. When I make my summer rolls, I stuff that shit full of herbs. I got my notes. And so, yeah. Trying to think here, did I miss anything? I was going to say something else. Like a surprise I had, or some information. But yeah, please don't put regular basil in here. You gotta use Thai basil. I just never gets old. Like, and sometimes I eat this 2 times a week. And seriously. And you know, there's no other YouTuber that I found. Maybe while you're watching this, maybe there is. But no other YouTuber reviewed this, which is really weird. I hope they don't change this recipe. I mean, if they do, as long as they don't add no oyster sauce, fish sauce, or anything from the ocean. I've never liked seafood. Let me tell you, I'm so sensitive to seafood. I was at Red Lobster one time, my friend's birthday, and we was all supposed to meet up there. And I was like, well, you know, I'll just like eat, because I like their cheese biscuits. If you haven't had Red Lobster cheese biscuits, they are really good. Like, really good. And I thought, well, I'll just have that and I like a ward-off salad. Or chicken. I actually wound up eating a ward-off salad, which was actually good. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. It was good. Here's a piece of chicken. A little dry. I didn't soak up the sauce because I didn't mix it right away. And so I wasn't there long. And I started getting nauseated. Like, the smell of seafood makes me sick. And even though I love the ocean and I love the beach, if that beach or that ocean has a little bit of a fishy smell, no. Mm-mm. I wish they would put just a little bit more sauce. But I still give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, you know, you can't expect the highest thing of frozen meals, you know. This is so good. This smells so aromatic. And so, today's a nice day. They said it's going to rain, but you know, they said it was going to rain now for a few days and it still hasn't rained. You like my shirt? The company sent it to me. And they sent me some coupons, so I still need to buy the pops. But I keep forgetting. This is some good water, by the way. This is generic. Where do we get this at now? I done forgot. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. This is good water, but it's not the water that I was. Okay, this is pretty good water. It's from HEB. It's good. There's another brand. I cannot remember. My roommate buys it. Is it Dollar General? Or Family Dollar? I done forgot. I think it's Family Dollar. Because we have a tester. And so, like, it tells you, like, the TDS, total dissolved solids. And the water that he gets at... I don't remember now. I'm sorry. It's... Let me think. Anyway, we test the water, and the total dissolved solids on that water from the dollar store is, like, really low. So it's filtered, like, really well. But this is a good water, too. I actually have the zero water pitcher, but... I don't know, I like the convenience of this, so... But, of course, I drink from the zero water pitcher, too, especially when I'm in the house. My favorite water is Evian, though. But you gotta try this. And don't forget to click on the link below the video so that you can see, especially if you like Thai food. If you don't like Thai food, you ain't gonna like this. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But if you like Thai food, you're gonna like this. And if you miss a fishy taste, oh well. I won't be your friend. I don't like fish. Sweet potato. It's like the sweet potato they didn't have to add, but they just threw it in. The flavors like work so well. They're so harmonious. But well, I was gonna say Thai food has harmonious flavor, but then again, like, what cuisine doesn't? Yeah, I have a doctor's appointment today at 4 o'clock. It's still early. It's not even lunchtime. But I was hungry and I was craving this. And who says you can't eat this for breakfast? I like cauliflower.